Coming up, No Kings protests across the country and here at home. They're drawing thousands of people protesting the president and his administration. What participants say they hope to achieve. A frightful find. We've got new details in the case of masked suspects threatening a family outside of their home. A closer look in Northern Virginia. And to the shutdown? It's a question on the minds of many as federal workers clock in without pay. Museums closed, quality of life is constrained. We're live with the latest impact.
Kind of a great start to this weekend. Will it continue, or will we see some showers and storms in the forecast? I'll have the answer to that coming up.
And we've got fall season savings, from finding the lowest priced pumpkin to the upcoming deadline to apply for student financial aid. We're stretching your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
If we don't get our country back now so that we can vote, and we know we can keep voting, continue our democracy, it's going to be too late.
Good Saturday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Right to your top story, crowds of people protesting across the country and here in the DMV against President Trump and his administration. Here's a look at those protests here at home. Many of the protesters who attended today say that they're worried about democracy and the direction the country's headed.
I'm trying to support the maintenance of all of our rights as Americans, the right to assembly, the right to speech, the right to vote, and the right to be part of this democracy.
I feel like our country is sinking into an authoritarianism, and I think that Americans who love democracy need to get out here and protest.
The No Kings protests are the second series of protests with the same name. The first one was in June. That happened on President Trump's birthday while he hosted a parade for the Army's birthday. Continuing coverage, 3 weeks and still no end in sight. No compromise from lawmakers on Capitol Hill to end this government shutdown. Meantime, more federal workers are on the clock without pay, and they're wondering about their next bills, mortgage payments, and rent. This also includes those who play a big role in getting air passengers to and from their destination safely. Our Dave Laval joins us live at Reagan National. Dave, those safety professionals in the tower near you are working tonight without pay.
Well, yeah, most federal workers are expected to miss their first paycheck either October 24th or 28th, depending on their agency. And that, as you said, includes many employees here and at the nation's other airports. You see, air traffic controllers are deemed essential federal employees and are required to report to work. That's created financial strain among them, including increased stress, and there have been reports of some controllers who have called in sick, which has caused more stress on the aviation industry. Reagan National has had nearly 70 delays today, according to FlightAware.com, along with 2 cancellations. Dulles International also had 2 cancellations to go along with around 60 delays, while there have been no cancellations today at Baltimore Washington International. However, it's had close to 70 delays. Tough times for the industry and most of its passengers.
I do worry about it, and I've been hearing about it.
It hasn't happened to me, and I watch a lot of TV, and you know, I really do travel a lot.
The U.S. Supreme Court appears to be the latest branch of the federal government to feel the effects of the shutdown. As our partners at The Hill report, the nation's highest court has run out of money as of today. The building will be closed to the public until further notice, but the Supreme Court will remain open for official business. The U.S. Senate is set to meet again on Monday starting at 3 p.m., while a vote to end the shutdown is expected to take place about 2.5 hours later. We're live at Reagan National Airport. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
You felt, Dave, thank you. Meantime, local organizations are working to ensure families with federal workers have enough food on the table. The Capital Area Food Bank says that they will hand out food at several special locations. Starting Monday, you can pick up containers filled with pantry items. This also includes fresh produce in Maryland, Virginia, and in D.C. What's the catch? Well, you got to show your government ID. You can find a list of where you can pick up food at our website, dcnewsnow.com. Just search Capital Area Food Bank. Maryland is also out with plans to help federal workers. Governor Wes Moore says that all MARC and commuter bus service is free when you show your federal ID. Free rides are offered until the shutdown ends. You can stay on top of the government shutdown by waking up with Sunrise on the Hill, presented by DC News Now every weekday morning from 6 until 9. Hosts Hillary Howard and Corey Smith will have all the latest news and in-depth analysis from a team of our reporters across the DMV. And our mighty weather team and Scott Sumner standing by, man of the controls. A beautiful, beautiful fall day today, Scott. I got out on the water yesterday, hit some Maryland crabs, nothing better.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Great weather yesterday and the day before that. It started to piece itself together about mid to late week, and we're continuing that run of nice weather. As you see, sunshine and 69 degrees outside. However, all good things come to an end, and you know what that saying means. Yeah, some clouds and beneficial rain, though, possibly coming on in here. We'll talk about that in the main weather. But temperatures outside right now will drop into the middle 60s another hour or two, and eventually into the 50s once that sun does set here coming up in just about a half an hour or so. Big picture shows that we have a front way off to the west. At this junction in time, it looks so far away like we won't have any problems, but it will be moving across the country overnight tonight, through the day tomorrow, and bring us some needed rain. It could bring us a couple of storms around as well. Planning your evening tonight, 7 to 8 to 9, no storms out there, partly cloudy skies, and temperatures, like I said, dipping out of the 60s and getting into the 50s. Quick peek here, I won't go into detail, but we have a little bit of a roller coaster ride with temperatures. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit.
All right, Scott, thanks. All new tonight, we've learned that 6 people are in the hospital after several cars crashed in Prince George's County today. Officials say this happened on Rosaryville Road around 2 p.m. This is just southeast of Andrews Air Force Base. 3 adults and 3 children were taken to the hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. In the district, firefighters were called to an early morning house fire in Northeast. This happened on 51st Street around 1 o'clock this morning in Lincoln Heights. Crews say that fire was under control in under half an hour and stayed in one room on the first floor. Good news, nobody was hurt and no one will have to find another place to stay. We've got an update to a frightening night for one Northern Virginia family we told you about this week. Alexandria police say that they are now investigating several tips after 3 people wearing creepy Halloween costumes appeared on a family's doorstep. Yikes. They also repeatedly banged on the door and yelled threats. Members of that family told our Liberty Simmons about the terrifying ordeal.
Well, the family says what was a quiet night quickly turned into a nightmare after 3 suspects in creepy masks showed up at their door, and it was all caught on camera.
Open up the door! There's no other way to address it other than saying that it's not acceptable. It's terrifying.
So shaken by the ordeal, Shayla did not wish to go on camera, but described the moment 3 masked suspects tried to break into her home.
My heart dropped. My mom, she was in a shock.
All caught on her Ring doorbell camera Tuesday night, the suspects made menacing gestures. She says they threatened to kill them and even damage their back fence trying to break in.
This is a very serious matter. Historically, we have saw pranks around the nation as it relates to people wearing masks, trying to mimic movie scenes or horrific films. These are serious matters because, number one, they are frightening to people in the community, especially leading up to Halloween. But most importantly, they can result in a serious injury.
Police are reviewing nearby surveillance cameras to try to identify the suspects before they strike again.
There won't be a next time, because as I said before, it will not be the same, because that's terrifying.
Now, police are urging anyone with information to contact Alexandria Police, and the family hopes that sharing this video can stop these suspects before anyone gets hurt. For now, in Alexandria, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Quite the disturbance. Liberty, thanks. Frustrated parents in Maryland's largest school district are continuing to speak out as Montgomery County Superintendent says it will cost more than $5 billion and to fix roughly 230 buildings with mold or broken HVAC systems. There are 6 schools that are so old they need to be fully replaced. Parents at Magruder High School say the concerns have certainly been building.
So we have some basic issues with ADA compliance. We have issues with leaks, with mold, with moisture, which I think are happening everywhere. The auditorium ceiling came down last spring during the school musical. We did not have air conditioning last spring during the week of AP testing.
Stifling when you sit down for tests. Well, the superintendent is recommending the capital improvements budget to nearly double to $2.7 billion. He says that will help fix the issues faster than currently being tackled. All right, a Toys for Tots program in Maryland is again in trouble. The Montgomery County organization needs a miracle to ensure that they can deliver joy to local kids. The warehouse in Gaithersburg used for last year's toy drive has been rented out. And while organizers look for a new space, they're delaying this year's collection that normally started on October the 1st. Toys for Tots say they brought gifts for a record 43,000 children in Montgomery County just 1 year ago. And because of the federal firings and government shutdown, organizers expect that number to double.
If I don't find a spot, there won't be any giveaways to these children this year because there won't be any spot to hold them.
Hopefully someone out there, as a good Samaritan, steps up. The hope is to get presents out to families between December the 4th through the 17th. But again, they need a warehouse to gather the toys before that happens. Best of luck to them. An impressive and inspiring celebration is happening this weekend in Northern Virginia. This is pretty cool. The Military Women's Memorial is honoring the highest ranking women in the military. 10 women who have achieved the military's highest ranking of 4-star general are being recognized in Arlington. Many of these women have balanced thriving military careers and building their own families. Air Force retired 4-star General Ellen Pawlikowski also calls it a sisterhood.
You know, women have been serving in the military or for the military since the beginning of the Revolutionary War. They were serving before women were allowed to wear uniforms. They were serving before women could have children. They were serving before women were in official combat roles. And so because of their courage, because of their competence and their commitment, the 10 of us have had the opportunity to serve in positions that, frankly, as a child, I would have never dreamed that I could have possibly have had.
Some important context there. Our full interview with General will air as part of DC News Now's Veterans Voices special this November. That'll be both on air and online. Looking forward to it. A fall fest for your whole family, including your dog, is happening tomorrow in DC. That fun event is over at the Southwest Waterfront. It's going to be a pet costume contest, musical performances, and dogs available for adoption. They got to find forever homes. The festival is free and starts tomorrow at 12:30 in the afternoon.